Good evening, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the militant state of Michigan. Been a little bit of a delay in getting back. I'll probably go into that later as far as how I made my life better and screwed it up all at the same time. Yeah, I tried, but forces beyond my control kind of mess things up. But that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is the primary, and yes, it's a bit of a I can't think of any more, kind of a grift or title, taking the Kwame Brown and Jason Whitlock thing, where if you say kind of anything nice about Trump, you don't get the whatever it is from YouTube, analogs, anarithms, I don't know what it is. But if you say something that sounds like remotely bad, well, then you'll get better views. So we're going to try that. We're being sneaky for all 10 of you out there watching. So it's about last night's New Hampshire primary. What you're not hearing, and I don't know why no one is bringing this up. I'm not sure. You know, you have the day before and even a few days before, it was all the talk about how sort of anybody could vote in the New Hampshire primary. You could go in and switch parties and vote. If you're an independent or undecided, you could go in and vote. And there was this big push to get people to vote for Nikki Haley, to try to make it a closer race than what, and maybe even have Nikki Haley pull out a victory, because there's not, according to a lot of pollsters, I guess you could say on the Republican side, or the ones that try to be remotely honest, there's not a lot of a room left for Nikki Haley. And there's a lot of time in between the primaries, and so there's a lot of money to be spent and very small margin for victory. So anyways, it kind of works out just the way I guess Democrats had hoped for, and that a lot of people came out and voted for Nikki Haley. CNN had a poll that basically had like 70% of, I guess you could say, unregistered Republicans, I guess, liberal voters, voted for Nikki Haley, and a lot of them on an exit poll said, you know, they voted for Haley today, but if it was even Haley and Biden as presidential candidates, said, I'll vote for Biden. So more proof for the Republicans that it was just kind of a setup. It was a ruse to keep Nikki Haley going, and also maybe if for somehow she pulls out a victory, well, Biden, and if I was a Biden supporter, I would love him to be going up against Nikki Haley and not Donald Trump. So there is that way down the road possibility, very slim possibility, if at all. But anyways, so today you have the mainstream media who kind of promoted it. They're laughing underneath their breath. They're giving each other high fives during commercial breaks, and bringing people on to discuss how maybe Trump's margin of victory is more of a sign of softness, or he's not as popular as some people thought. And you have people on the right side listen this morning to WMAL. I can't think of his Chris. Is it Chris Plant? Talking about in some ways, well, the Democrats have been have been talking about we can't have this election interference and stuff, and in a way that this is election interference, coming up with small antidotes about, kind of one-liners about what they had done today. Dan Bongino is on talking about, well, when you run for politics, you need people and you need money, and Nikki Haley is going to keep on going until the people that have the money say we're no longer going to give you the money. But what they're not talking about at all, and like I said, I don't understand why, is I think that this really only happens when there's sort of your candidate in your party that's going to basically be unchallenged. And so you're just trying to create turmoil in the other party. And it happens on occasion. But in my lifetime, this has really only happened one other time. One other time, it was back in 2008 when Obama and Hillary were running for the nomination for the Democratic Party. And who started this, encouraging people to go in and vote for Hillary Clinton to kind of help drag her across the finish line, keep her in, because Republicans, their candidate was going to be John McCain. And there weren't a lot of people that were, shall we say, in love with John McCain. So they were, in a sense, trying to get the weaker of the two candidates nominated, which would have been Hillary, because more people hated Hillary than Barack Obama. So they were encouraged to go out in these primary states and vote for Hillary Clinton. And who did that? Who encouraged them to do this? Who made this suggestion to do this? Rush Limbaugh. Some of you may remember it. It was called Operation Chaos. So I'm not sure why no one is bringing this up on the Democratic side, saying, you guys did a little bit of this, these shenanigans and hijinks back in 2008. And the Republicans are saying, yeah, they should have came out like Bongino today and said, yeah, it was a little bit of a grift going on, but hey, we need to remember Operation Chaos. I don't know why Operation Chaos was not brought up today. It's a shame. It's a damn shame that these people in the media and these podcast hosts and these radio hosts never brought it up. And I'm the one that has to bring it up. So 20 of you, the 20 viewers, you guys sort of get the real backstory behind what's going on. Republicans did it to them. It's all cool. Their guy Barack Obama still got nominated. And then, of course, the country has gone downhill for the next 8 years. So it all works out in the end. Nothing to worry about. It's just normal political hijinks. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.